Good morning, how we doing? I'm Yalik, and it's Thursday, so that means War Factory. And I have the day off, so I had all the time in the world this morning. I thought I started handling some business stuff, and I was about to... Ooh, that's a nice statue, but do I have any use for it? I don't. Oh, 60, yeah, well, we can reclaim this one. Cool. So, yeah, I was about to make this video, and then I realized I had started trying to get all of my business stuff out of the way for the day. I had started no less than 6 different text conversations. So then I waited because... not salvage. Oh my god, this is not boding well for what's going to happen next. Store, because I'm frazzled, because I have no time, as I'm saying, because I decided to wait because I didn't want a bunch of text conversations interrupting us here. Unfortunately, those conversations, rather than ending, seem to be snowballing. So I'm just going to go ahead. I've got my tablet on my tablet. Got the thing in Do Not Disturb, but I don't know whether that actually stops text messages from coming through. So I've just stopped responding to people momentarily, and hopefully they will be understanding about that. So I have done nothing. Moral of the story here is I have done nothing so far today on any of my Boom Beach accounts. This is literally, you saw me about 5 seconds after logging in. Alright, with all that said, so while I was waiting, my dinner is made. I had all the time in the world. It's 10:30 in the morning. My dinner is ready. It just needs to be popped in the oven later. But I ended up wasting too much time, and now I have no time. Not wasting, just doing other things. So usually these videos take about 20 minutes, and that's perfect because that is exactly the amount of time that I have available right now. Now, okay, get that out of the way. We'll take shards. Alright, getting there. So, War Factory, and I've already seen the layout. Actually, one of my task force members posted a video of this last night. He still had Rainmakers, and I believe I still have Rainmakers for a few hours. We might go ahead and do that at some point in this hit. We are gonna use, I've just loaded up Everspark with remote, and we are going to use that, hopefully. I want to check the range on this blaster in order to do that. So we could get Sparky like over here by these crates in the corner. Should be able to get that rocket launcher while being out of range. And then I think if we flare her over to here, we can get this one and then that. This shock launcher and then that one. And get those out of the way. And then, let's see, actually we could do Rainmakers from there to work on these shields and use the GBE over here on some things. What is the health on things? High, but not insanely high. Let's see, Laser Beam 2, Shock Blaster 1, so that's something that can be barded. This stuff all over here together. This is kind of a cluster. Now, I know this looks really terrifying. Let's see, what is the range on those Doom cannons? Don't range the HQ over there. So I might use the Rainmakers kind of for novelty's sake. There's a bunch of GBE over here, and we can definitely clear things out on this side and take out some of those shields, plus kill those cannons, and that's really just free GBE to dump over here on some things. Could use another hit to get more GBE over here, and again, just dump it on things. But really, the way to go... Should I load up Rainmakers? I think I'm going to do that, actually. And hopefully I'll have enough GBE that I can drop a couple of them and just sort of keep them over here working. Yeah, we're going to do that. After Everspark has done her thing, I should have some GBE left. I really hope I didn't do my math wrong on this. Works for 5 hours. Yeah, okay. Tons of time. Tons. Let's see. I'm not going to load up all Rainmakers, could, but they do take a bunch of GBE to deploy. What's it, 15 a piece, I want to say. So let's see. Yeah, I guess we'll throw medics in. No, the medics aren't actually... See, continuing to deploy Rainmakers at a certain point is just going to be eating up the GBE that I want to use on the towers. All those prototype weapons, sort of south of the HQ. However, I don't think these medics are actually going to be any use for anything, but I need to put something in those boats. I suppose I could put Zuka in those boats. Let's think about that. Yeah, I mean, if I'm dropping Rainmakers over here at 15 GBE a piece, then that's GBE that I'm not using over here. And, you know, even though there's a lot of GBE to be had once we get rid of certain things, it's not so much that I want to use it all up on the Rainmakers. Actually, I kind of like that idea with the Zuka. See, the medics aren't going to be doing anything at all. We won't, if we come into range of these cannons at all, we're in trouble. So we should be sitting back here on the beach, sniping those cannons, and yeah, having medics with us is not going to be of any use. So why don't we go ahead and just throw Zuka in there and see if at some point that can be of use to us. Same thing with these sniper towers up there. If we're coming into range of the sniper towers, there is a problem. So rather than just having medics there and be useless, and rather than using up all of our GBE deploying Rainmakers, we'll go with this weird... This is a weird troop loadout, but we're going to make it work. Without further ado, let's make sure that is absolutely what we want. I believe it is. So we should be able to resmoke here. Go ahead and get now drop Sparky. She is going to select the cannon as the closest thing, of course. Oh, I double hacked, sort of instinct there. Well, that's not what I wanted to do. Didn't need a double hack, but whatever. And then, okay, that should drop. Don't think that would be a problem. I think we're just going to need one smoke on this. Yeah, that's all we're doing. Because even if she pops out a smoke there, she should be in range to perform her hack. Yeah, I did not mean to double hack that cannon there. Just press the button sort of, well, kind of on autopilot, I guess. So we can drop 2 of these things for now, and we'll see how quickly they work on these crates. We've got almost 3 minutes left, so that does seem like a good amount of time. So the initial crates will serve to help us land more Rainmakers. And then after that, we'll start with the GBE. We have 2 more Rainmakers to go. I think I'm going to drop one of them over here right to the corner. This is a fairly slow process. Now, I do not know what level these Rainmakers are. My armory is currently level 20, I think. So I don't know if these are the level 2s or the level 3s. I haven't paid that much attention. They were, honestly, I've used them very little on this account. I used them a bunch on my lower level account and a couple of times on my max account. But I knew that was probably going to be the case. And on this account, almost not at all. Not at all. I've done huge map clears the last couple of days. I'm in the middle of a conversation on Reddit right now trying to convince somebody to get rid of his greens and go all offense, because it is so much easier to get resources by taking them from other people than it is to farm them up oneself. If you try to farm up your resources yourself with greens and, you know, by holding on to resource bases, he's talking about that, and so on. If you try to farm up your resources by yourself, it's going to take you all week. As soon as that crate drops, we're going to come up to this corner because we don't want to get anywhere near the prototypes over there. And hopefully in this last minute we can actually start doing some work over here. Actually, gonna make sure things get tagged. That's gonna be our primary goal. I might run in there with Zukas after this. Yeah, I mean, if you're trying to farm up your resources by yourself, it's just going to take you forever and a day. But if you go and take them from somebody else, you can get huge upgrades in an afternoon. Now, I got to I got to level 53 on Tuesday this week. So, let's drop these. Not enough energy for that. And we're going to go over like this and shock those, and hopefully the girls will get out there ahead a little bit and we can put just a little bit more damage on some things last second kind of. Let's make sure those get tagged. So yeah, Tuesday got to level 53, which meant I was eligible to do HQ 21. Did that. Let's see. Do we have... There's nothing else to hack that I can think of. Tuesday did that. Wednesday that completed, and I was so excited that I went out and obviously Tuesday I had to clear my map in order to be able to get that upgrade. I was so excited for HQ 21 that then I went out and crushed map again yesterday. This is Thursday, so obviously yesterday was Wednesday. And in the process of doing that, I got enough gold that I was able to get my gunboat upgrade to 21, and also got enough resources to get gunboat, and then also enough gold that I was able to get bullet upgrading over here. And then in the process, I mean, I also got enough resources that I figured, what the heck, and I started this thing upgrading just so they wouldn't get wasted, because I didn't have enough stuff left on my map to justify another big upgrade at the moment. Plus, this is busy. Had just done that also. Actually, the Scorchers, you can see that that's recently started upgrading, still has 3 days left. And I poured some crystals. First, I poured crystals into here, and then I used some resources over here. Just like, it's just an abundance. Overwhelming abundance of resources if you just go and take what you want. And I know that sounds bad, but that's the point of the game. It's a blowing stuff up game. You're going to get blown up. Go blow somebody else up. Okay, what's the plan here? Now, I know this all looks intimidating. Actually, we're going to take Zukas in here and clear some stuff out, and then we might go back to the Rainmaker strategy after. But as intimidating as this looks, it is just 3 shocks. These 4 towers here can all be shocked together, and then these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 can all be shocked together with a shock right in the middle. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to throw a shock up here. I do have critters, so we'll just give this Doom Cannon some critters to eat. And that should... everything's tagged. There is that one sniper tower, unfortunately, that got hit. But, everything that we want is tagged here, so yeah, I think we're good to go. So many resources. So many resources. Why waste your time? You know, it takes forever and a day if you try to do your upgrades just by farming. Whereas, I mean, you can have your upgrades in an afternoon. That laser? Oh, just the blaster. Nope, laser did spot us, so that's going to be fun. And then we're going to get up here, and then we're going to throw 2 smokes in there. And get our battle orders activated, blah. Let's see, we'll check that guy, and then we'll go 1, 2, 3. And hopefully we've got everything. And let's see how quickly these girls can blow stuff up. In particular, lasers. Not quickly enough, unfortunately. Keep the lasers, or keep the critters going out, hopefully to distract lasers. And we'll probably need one more hit in there to finish that stuff off. It's so much the better way to go with just pure offense. Trust me, just do it. Pure offense. Use, you know, your different strategies, and just try it. If you don't love it, go back to being a turtle. But I promise you, you will love it. Now, so we're going to clear out these mines and come right up here. That's going to mean these two doom cannons, we're going to ignore them and feed them critters, and that's going to mean 2 shocks. And that should be a pretty easy day. Let's see. Can do that, and we'll do that. That way there will be no mines, just in case we start spreading around and stuff, which I hope we won't. And we need to start making things happen, because I gotta go. I got an appointment. Alright, get everybody moving. A little bit conservative on the smokes, because there are lasers. We've covered that. Lasers suck. Alright, battle orders. We want to get a little bit closer to the middle on that, and we're going to throw the critters, as we said, out here, and then a shock and a shock. And that should make things pretty nice here. More critters and one more shock. And let's see, more critters. And yet another shock. Really would love to see some of these doom cannons dropping. Instead, we're firing on, you know, the HQ and stuff. So these doom cannons are going to make life miserable in a moment, because doom cannons do splash damage. So yeah. Alright, well, not much else to be done here. I guess maybe we could try coming in from the other side and clearing stuff out. Do we really need to go back to the Rainmakers now? Perfectly viable strategy, by the way. You could probably do this whole base with the Rainmakers, but at this point we'll just keep on clearing. Come in here. Probably critters and 2 shocks. Put the critters out to these things, range that doom cannon. No, so we'll put the critters out on this side of this doom cannon. And let's just make sure we're not going to be wandering over towards any of those mines. Probably should have checked the range on the shore with these doom cannons, but didn't. Just want to make sure there. Not a huge deal. Not that we don't even need to go that direction, but and let's hope Brick doesn't get taken by the boom cannons. What did we say? 2 shocks and a critter, right? The critter for the one that is, actually it doesn't really matter which way we want to go on that, but, so we'll do a critter there and then shock and shock. And hopefully we will just probably need to reshock on the second doom cannon. Do that now. And then we'll come over here, and I think we have a pretty nice little pocket at that point. But just to be on the safe side, we're going to keep critters out so that these snipers aren't a nuisance. I don't know where these girls are going, so let's go ahead and call them back in. And now we just kind of sit and wait. So yeah, I mean, this stuff down here all looked kind of intimidating, but really wasn't as intimidating as all that. The shocks on those things are pretty easy. So, and we're gonna get some GBE here. When the shields go down, what's that gonna be useful for? We'll throw more critters. The shocks on these things, the 1, 2, and 3 shocks are pretty easy. If you have critters available, For Doom Cannons, critters are great because they eat up a bunch of time because Doom Cannons fire so slowly. It's like once every 8 seconds, I want to say. However, if you don't have critters available, those Doom Cannons will be more of a problem for you. And let's see. Yep, I've got exactly 2 minutes and I've got to go, but I've got a full coffee to down. That was not well planned. Anyway, that's War Factory. Not as hard as it looks today. A bit intimidating at first when I first saw it yesterday. There's the dog. When I first saw it yesterday, my first thought was that it was mean. But on further, on further consideration, really not that bad. And if you do happen to have the Rainmakers available still, you obviously can for a few more hours. I think I bought them an hour or two before they left the trader, so that means you could have them up until this evening. So if you still have the Rainmakers, that would be a fun way to go too, and also fairly easy. So don't be a turtle. Do beat the War Factory. I've got to go, and I've got to drink this coffee. I will catch you later.